Hello, hello, hello. It is Elsa932 on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. We are here for unsolicited advice. We are here to give our unsolicited advice. This show is where I bring different stories from the internet, and the people are asking for advice, but they're just not asking for our advice specifically. That's why it's our unsolicited advice. The chat, you can participate in the comments, you can as well. I bring four stories. We go from mild to hot. And we are at episode 49. Now, next week, I may give it a little hiatus and we could end the last Sunday with our 50th episode. But this week, y'all, every day but Wednesday, I'm going live. Every day but Wednesday, I'm going live. So make sure you have your notifications on, that you see the schedule. I did have to update it because All's Fair decided to throw in a 10th episode. So I just move them back another week. Okay. Let's see who's here. Hey, Sam. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Hey, Ari. Hey, hi, Vibe. The Duchess. I meant to say Duchess. I like your new picture. Lady Lyrics, good to see you. Rosho. I think Rosho gonna have a little bit of a different opinion today, as usual. Hey, to go to Africa. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. Now, y'all, as I said, oh, I know you told me, Zeri. I know you told me your name, that we knew you before this whole YouTube. It's because of the A, and I don't want to say it wrong, okay? But y'all, coming up this week, we definitely have Love is Blind Italy. Tomorrow morning is the wedding episode where we know who's married and who's not. So I'll definitely be awake early for when it drops on Netflix. Okay? So don't be surprised if you don't see me have some shorts with some spoiler alerts thrown out there tomorrow morning before you even wake up. Don't be surprised. Don't say I didn't warn you. So let's get to the unsolicited advice. Let's get to the mild one. We're gonna start with the first one. We're just gonna be real mild. Real mild. And then we're gonna get spicy. It says he's a 44-year-old male and the wife is a 39-year-old female, has hated every job she's ever had, and it's starting to affect our marriage. How do I support her without burning out? That's a good question, sir. He says, my wife and I have been together for 13 years. In that time, she's had 7 jobs. 7 jobs over 13 years. The pattern is always the same. She starts a new job, feels good about it for a short time, then the complaints begin. She says her managers don't treat her well. She sees any feedback as getting in trouble, and she feels unhappy almost every day. I have worked at 2 of the same places that she did. The jobs had normal ups and downs, but nothing close to what she describes. I know work isn't perfect for anyone, but her level of stress and frustration seems far beyond what most people deal with. She's always looking for a new job. Each time she starts somewhere, she believes it will be different. It never lasts more than a few months before things go back to the same place. I want to support her, but I'm starting to feel worn down. I listen, I try to give advice, I try to help her see things in a balanced way. Nothing seems to help. I'm worried that if this cycle continues, it will take a toll on both of us. I don't know how to talk to her about this without sounding like dismissive or unsupportive. I also don't know how to set boundaries so I can support her without carrying all of her stress. Either she needs to see a therapist as to why she feels she will get into trouble when getting feedback, or else he needs to leave. I think they both need a therapist. They both. Has she considered working from home? Is she not a people person? Could be, Sam. I thought about that, but she gonna get the same feedback from a manager whether she works from home or not. Yes, she needs therapy. She needs therapy, and he needs therapy because he also feels like he's being burdened by her complaints. He feels like he has to carry the load rather than listen with a listening ear. And here's what I have learned, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but here's what I have learned. I've learned that sometimes when we share with our gentlemen, they feel the need to fix it. not just listen to us, but they feel the need to do something. And sometimes when we share with them something that they should just listen and let us just get it out, it does leave a burden on them unless they know how to compartmentalize. So she doesn't need him to do anything, but he feels pressure. He does feel pressure. She's wearing him down so that she doesn't have to work anymore. Oh, High Vibe said this is a goal here. There's a goal, according to High Vibe, that she wants him to say, well, you know what? You don't ever have to go out there and work. You can just stay home and just be yourself because I love you as you are, and I will not give you a performance evaluation. Rosha said, my sister quit working in her 40s. Her husband of over 40 years was pissed, but he got used to it. She cooks every day and keeps the house clean. She's now 62. Hey, he was pissed, but he got used to it. 22 years she been home, not working. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. I have a desire of just doing too much. And she hasn't complained about the relationship. Oh, and she complained about everything. Why are we going to assume that she has not complained about this relationship? Or she complained about him somewhere else other than work? Maybe to the family group chat, sir? I know she complained about the relationship. She got to be complaining about the relationship. She has to be. If she complained about everything else, she got to be complaining about him. She probably complaining that, like High Vibe is like he ain't telling her just stay home. He ain't got the message. After 13 years of marriage, he ain't got the message to just tell her to stay home, honey. Stay home, sweetie. We gonna figure this out. That's what she mad about. That he's slow to the take to tell her, just stay home. Just stay home. For me, it's alarming that many jobs over that period of time. To me, that's alarming. But again, she's had 7 jobs over this period of time. And he has worked some of those jobs. Now, her experience could be different. We don't have to be in the same department to have a different experience. But ma'am, 7 jobs over 13 years. On average, less than 2 years at a job. I don't know. Let me know if y'all do this. The shortest amount of time I stayed at a job was 8 months. But every job I've had is about 3 years or so. But I've stayed over 10 years at this job. Rocio said, hey girl, get it together. Every woman don't want to work. She's like, get it together. Get it together. Every woman doesn't want to work. Every man don't want to work either. Every man don't want to work either. Okay? The men are saying, we've been working since the garden. She's quitting, not terminated, means she is capable of working. She just doesn't want to work. She's quitting. That's why I think he ain't getting the message. She wants him to say, baby, you don't have to work anymore. You can just stay home because these people don't understand you like I understand you. They don't get you like I get you. You can be home with me and be happy. And you can be home when I get home and make me happy. He ain't getting the message. That's what he's supposed to do. But they both need therapy. Maybe he also wants her out of the house. maybe he does want her out of the house. Are we calling her Peg Bundy? Maybe she'll end up being Peg Bundy. It's like, and he's Al, and she'll be eating bonbons every day, all day while he's at work. I don't know. I once quit after 6 months, but that was a fluke. I went to take a job that I've been at for the past 28 years. It was just a bad fit. It was, for me too, it was a bad fit. Members out, that job that I stayed for 8 months, I'll tell you what happened. Very big surprise when I ended up at the next job. Hey, Phil, good to see you. Haven't seen you. I hope you're not working too hard. I know you're out here working. And, y'all usually see Phil Good on Little Black Book 91, where he's always saying whack all the time. But, I'm hoping some of these people out here ain't whack. Hey, Moondust Angel, good to see you. Good to have you here. Now, Moondust, you ain't been telling the people. You better tell the people where to find you on YouTube, because I've been listening to your podcast. Moondust Angel, she has a podcast here that they talk about relationships. Really, really nice. Really nicely done. Okay? Really nicely done. Yes, love. Phil always cracks us up. It's good to have him pop on in and say happy holidays. Okay? So, yeah, for this couple, 13 years together, I'm wondering, she don't even have a retirement. If she ain't staying but 2 years, if she ain't staying but 2 years at any job, she don't have a retirement. What is her social security looking like? Well, I mean, okay. If she's doing it for upward mobility, then it may not be a problem. That's the only reason I could understand someone making frequent changes. Exactly. Y'all, this is a 39-year-old woman, past 7 years. She been at 7 jobs. For the past 13 years, she's been at 7 different jobs. Hey, Miss Buckeye, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a bit. See you a little bit in these YouTube streets, okay? Yo, that's Moondust Angel. It's called Love Aspect Podcast on YouTube. I'm delighted you like it so much. Yes. Yes. You're very calm, cool, and collected. You're not like me. You're very calm, cool, collected, have gathered your thoughts. Very, very nicely done. Sam, completely understand. I had 4 jobs the first year I moved to Texas in my 20s. The 4th turned into a career. Been there for 27 years. Wow. Rosho. Mm. Yeah, I'll tell the members about some of my you know, my work history. It's been colorful, even though I've been stable. Thank you. I've been working, miss y'all as well. I've been working. You're not working on your vacation. Phil, we're gonna need you to unplug. We're gonna need you to unplug. Do not work on your vacation. That is one way to burn out. 2 things about me. I don't talk about work on my lunch break, and I daggone sure don't work on my vacation. I used to be like Phil. I used to be, oh, I'll just do this. I'll just answer a few emails. No, 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 no. You need to rest. Yes, you tell it like it is, but you have a very soft voice, Moondust Angel. Hey, Miss Boogie Down, good to see you. Glad to have you here. You just finishing up making dinner. Okay, just like y'all know, I keep telling y'all to visit Lady T-Bug's channel, which we had a wonderful live this morning, if you were there. You got to tell us what the food is. If you mention food, dinner, breakfast, whatever, you got to tell us what's on the plate. Okay? Hey, Naomi, good to see you. Okay? Good to have you here. Amen to not talking about work or doing work. So y'all, again, 13 years, or she's been having 7 different jobs. She don't like every job. And her husband is like, there's something going on. Something going on while she don't like any job. And over 13 years, she's had 7 jobs. Sir, she wants you to tell her to stay home. Hey, Dina the Explorer, thank you for being here. So y'all, please put your unsolicited advice in the comments below. If you will, if you are catching this on the replay. But they both need therapy. He needs therapy, certainly, so they can talk about him not carrying the burdens, and for her to see how she can find some stability. And maybe she can finally tell him, hey, I want you to just pay everything so I could stay home. Okay? We're going to have a celebratory cruise after we retire and invite Elsid. I'll stand on the sidelines and wave y'all on. Okay? That's what I'll do with y'all cruise. Fried pork chops, brown rice with string beans and cornbread. Okay, I'm just allergic to string beans. Don't eat meat, but I will definitely have the brown rice and some other beans and the cornbread. I know you didn't invite me to get a plate, but that's what I'm getting when I come over. Wouldn't it be nice if you told her to stay home for a while and get therapy? Wouldn't it be nice, Rosho, if she stayed at the job long enough so she could get the health care, so she could go get therapy? I'm just saying. Maybe I'm just a little too harsh. Okay? Maybe I'm just a little too harsh. Ms. Buckeye, I'm glad you're having a good old chuckle. Now, Second story. The second item for us to give our unsolicited advice. These are folks over 50. 65-year-old man dating a 52-year-old female. Come on, grandpa. Come on, grandpa. He out here. So 65-year-old man, and he on the computer asking for daggone advice. Anyway, 65-year-old man dating a 52-year-old female. As you approach retirement, would you date someone who isn't prepared and in parentheses broke? My former girlfriend asked me for advice. We're still friends, and she has done very, very well in her career, invested well, and lives a nice life. Her new boyfriend proposed that she, said she really, really liked him, but he has nothing. No savings, no pension, no retirement plan. She feels that it shows a lack of judgment, and finally, she said no. I now find myself in the same position. I'm divorced. I made a lot of money while I was married, but my ex was a negative influence and we ultimately split. I'm grateful that we did. My girlfriend lives very modestly, but her positive, effective presence is off the charts. She simply lights up in any room she enters. She's attractive, fun, fit, funny, and incredibly easy to relax around. My friends are encouraging me to wait for someone more financially similar to me, but I'm not so sure. Their argument is that you did it correctly and now it's time to enjoy yourself. My response is she is my enjoyment. Now, I am not 1% rich, but I'm financially secure. Are there any thoughts? You miss my humor? Oh, you made a savory puff pastry with mushroom. Oh, ooh, Dina. Oh, yes. I'll be right over. Okay. 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 Over 50, my age group. Dina says she feels attacked. She feels attacked. And Rosha said, hell to the no. In the words of Sonny from A Bronx Tale, dump him. Run, sis, and run, sir. Look, fade, and so will your finances. Fun, but don't be stupid. Hey, Just Rhonda 01, good to see you. Good to have you here, y'all. Just check out Just Rhonda. I'm sure she'll be on probably at 7 tonight. But she covers the housewives. She covers all that good stuff. You're married twos, all that, and Ready to Love Detroit as well. Good to see you. At that age, don't fool with broke men. It's a hard no. I just said he's 65 though, he's 13 years older than her. So maybe you could give her some advice. Maybe she could light up the room, but you don't have to be the electricity helping to keep her lit. How about that? How's she living? How's she living, sir? She lighting up the room, but she ain't lighting up that checkbook. Okay? Singing like Ari, hell to the no, 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 no. Let it go. Another case of love. TKO, Teddy Pendergrass. Think you gotta let it go. Everyone's channel, love it. Oh, it's so supportive. I don't know everybody, but I know quite a few. You're laughing because it's true. Yep. But I don't know. He's 65. He needs companionship. Maybe, sir, you could assist her in how she can save better, how she can do better with all of her things. But I'm sorry, you don't have to be the socket that she plugs into to light up the room. You could always enjoy a performance from afar. And that could be how she's financing her life too, sir. Men like you, who good intentions, who said, hey, let me help you out. You don't have to find someone on the same level as you because the ex is on the same level and y'all ain't together. You don't want her, but you want Miss Light Up the Room. Well, I need you, maybe if you feel so inclined, help her light up her bank account with her investments and her savings for her retirement. And if she's on the spend, then you need to what? Run. Okay? You just made the point. A lot of people have been saying, mostly women, that men can't be alone no matter how detrimental it is for them. Exactly. No matter how. Jay-Z said it best. Being broke is is childish, and you, sir, at 65 is quite grown. Right? It's the he's got his money, but she is 52 and she ain't got no savings, no nothing. He's 65. Let the man get his get his room lit. Just Rhonda said, let him. He's 65. Let the man live. Let him live the way he wants to live, happy. Let his room be lit by this 52-year-old lady. But it seems to be something. His ex is well-to-do, and she find herself with a brokey. And now here you are. She lives. You say she lives very modestly, but she has a positive presence that's off the charts. He's 65. I can let him live. This is fine. She's funny. She's attractive. Okay. This is the time for him to enjoy himself, and he wants to enjoy it with her. There are people in their 50s who are not prepared for retirement. He can help her and see how she responds. If she doesn't take the advice, leave her alone. Thank you, High Vibe. That is exactly what I'm thinking. If she doesn't want to listen in order to get herself some more financial stability, leave her alone. She lives modestly. Maybe that's all she wants to do. Live modestly and keep on pushing. Maybe she doesn't want to have any more money. And she could have her reasons for that. Maybe she doesn't have money because she's helping everyone else. You know, there are people like that. They're living modestly because they are spread too thin in helping too many people. And they just can't say no. So, sir, you need to find out why. What is the reason she's living modestly? Is she working for a lower wage? And it could be a lower wage because she doesn't want to overwork herself. There's all different reasons, but find out why she doesn't have a more, economic stability. A more economic stability. She could be just spread too thin, helping aunts, uncles, nieces, and nephews, or it could be a bad investment. You're not super late, Cheryl. Good to see you. This is just the second one. 65-year-old male who's financially ready for retirement with a 52-year-old lady who's bubbly and bright, but she is not. She lives very modestly. You have to figure out, why is she living modestly? Is she even trying to live off of you? That's the other thing. Maybe she just enjoys your company, sir, and she don't want you to be paying her lifestyle. There are ladies like that too. It's like, I live modestly. This is all I want. I'm happy here. She could have her mental health game together. This is how it is. And she's happy. You said she lights up the room. She is clearly happy. Why change it financially? Only in America are people worried about modest living. Dina, you better preach. You better preach. Ms. Dale Sid and I were watching some young man, or all the young people that are leaving and going elsewhere, and certainly finding that they can live very well on a modest budget. I have a lot of people, Elle said, no excuses are over 50. I know, but even though you help a lot of people, I do have to say no to helping a lot of people as well. I do have to say no to helping people. So that's why I can say that, and say that on that side, that I know what that looks like. Spreading yourself too thin. I have seen my grandfather do it too much. Your mom is like that. But again, you figure out her modest living. If she is doing well for you, she is bringing you joy. If she is not trying to drain your pocket, sir, live your life. Live your life with her. Try to help her financially. And if she doesn't want it, as High Vibe say, leave her alone. But if she is, supposed to light up your room, go with it. But don't let her drain your pockets. Go with it with the rose-colored glasses off your face. That's my unsolicited advice. If you are catching this on a replay, please put your unsolicited advice for our 65-year-old male. Sir, the fact that you are running around and you hear online, I got this from Reddit. You in Reddit asking people for advice? I applaud you. Okay. One of my sisters said, women of a certain age who haven't planned for retirement most times are seeking a stable man for security for future. Do you all agree? No. Because women at a particular age who haven't planned for retirement are not at the age where they could be a trophy wife or a sugar baby. So what is your retirement plan? Because it can't be horizontal. I'm sorry. Rosho, why do you take me there? Rosho has a habit of just taking me there where my mouth needs to be covered. My mouth needs to be covered. Excuse me. I'm not saying that the 62-year-old woman is not attractive. Okay. I'm not saying she's not attractive. I'm not saying that she ain't going to turn a few heads or cause traffic jams. Okay. There are some above 50-year-old women that would run these 20-year-old girls out of town. I'm just saying. But those are far, between and far than what even the man is looking for. The man may look at the woman, oh, you're attractive, you're awesome, you're beautiful, you're this. And then when he finds out her age is mature, more mature than he was thinking, sometimes they backpedal and don't try to go any further. So for them to not plan for retirement, I have questions. Okay. Some of them, again, is helping family. Some of them don't know. Y'all don't know how many people don't know what to do with their retirement at their job. Also, there are so many people in HR, the job, that people don't even have a moment and go see, sit down and speak to. Again, I think it is we need we need more lives and information about talking about how do you use the benefits at your job for your retirement. That too is knowledge that I see a lot of people don't have. I'm of a certain age and a freelancer, not ready for retirement. Dina, if you plan on, maybe your retirement plan is to continue to freelance and work. Maybe your plan is to freelance and work, Dina, and that's fine. I have a girlfriend like that. That's what she does. Just Rhonda said, dang, there goes her sugar baby retirement plan. Hey, I don't know how I ended up there, but I am on the Sugar Baby website, part of TikTok. And those girls are getting it now in their 20s. They are learning and taking notes. Some of them are on the Sugar Baby to wife plan. There are layers to it that I didn't even know. Since women usually outlive men, they need to make a concerted effort to plan for retirement. Yes, they do. We do. Okay. Okay. Or people waiting on inheritance that may never come. Just like men want a hospice wife, women want to be a beneficiary. Oh, that is well said. Well said, High Vibe. So instead of hospice wife, beneficiary. They're going to mess around and get, well, if we believe some of them, if we believe the hostess in that, world, she's on her way to becoming somebody's wife, if we believe her. There's one girl I do believe that she has been entertaining a certain gentleman for 3 years, that she believes that she's on a path to be a wife. And the way, if we believe her, that he has been treating her, I can see him, signing on the marriage certificate. The way she behaves and the way she tells them to behave and don't entertain but so many people. Oh, I like her. Okay, I like her. Yes, Dina, I do agree. They better watch the 50 Cent sponsored documentary on Puffy. They don't want to be puffified. Not at all. That ain't no retirement plan either, because he don't pay. He don't pay. And after the first few artists, you should have known he don't pay. But then again, I was in New York at the time. The streets was talking. The streets was talking. Ain't nobody was getting paid. And ain't just Puffy. If you listen to some of the businessmen, some of the key businessmen of New York, okay, that are residing even now in DC, and that's as much as I'm going to say, they weren't paying their people either. Okay. So y'all, please put your unsolicited advice below for the gentleman. She did not plan for retirement. Okay. Oh, Dina. I'm sure. I should, anyway, I could say a lot, but I ain't going there. Yes, Ari, watch the documentary. I felt like I learned very little that's new. but hey, as I said, the streets were talking. Let's get to the next item. Okay, I'm going to go through this a little bit faster. It's a little bit longer, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting. It says, I am a 43-year-old male, and I suspect my girlfriend, a 45-year-old female, is in it just for the money. Hello, all. I have dated this girl for the past year. She was divorced twice, but has no kids. She has an office support job and lives with her sister. She makes about a medium amount for our city. She's overall a sweet girl, but when it comes to finances, her ideas and mine diverge quite a bit. I make significantly more than her, and she's been very aware of this from the beginning. Did you leave with your wallet, sir? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I pay for most of our dates. She shows appreciation for it, but at the same time expects me to. She does make contributions, but they are always far smaller, a ratio of 80 to 20. She often suggests places she would like to go, things she would like to get, or activities she would like to do as hints for me to get them for her. On our second date, she straight up asked me how much I was making. From early on, also, she's been talking about marriage. Given our age and the kids, we are particularly not an option at this time. I don't care for marriage. I want to find out what her true intentions were asking. I asked her if she would be okay with us not getting married. She said such relationships will go nowhere and wouldn't stay if we were not together. When I suggested that we get a prenup, she flat out refused. No matter what would have led to the marriage failure, she knows it would mean a big fat check for her and ruin for me. Given that she's already divorced twice before hitting 50, she isn't a celebrity. I believe acting with caution isn't unreasonable. She doesn't really reciprocate. The other day when I was sick with a cold, she stopped by my house to drop me a container of vitamin C supplements from her home that was about to expire. I'm often left feeling that she sees me as a walking ATM, which isn't a life goal for me. To give a little background, she is of East Asian descent. Is this doomed? I think she has some reasonable expectations for a man. It sounds like he doesn't like her. Hey, let's talk about it all. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. And thank you for reminding everyone to hit that like button. Hit the like button. Rocio said, asking about the man's salary on the second date. I forgot what the story was about, y'all, and we were just talking about the sugar babies. I don't think you should have stated she was East Asian either. What were you trying to garner, sir? See, I was on your side with her trying to milk you for some money. And I was on your side when she gave you the vitamin C that almost it was expired because it came from her house. It's probably open too. But sir, really? Did you have to stick that in the end about where she's from? Now I got to side eye you. Why did you date her in the first place? Is that why? Well, if you led with the money, why would she get a prenup? Plus, it's not financially smart for her to get a prenup when men tend to leave women high and dry with them. I beg to differ with that, Ari. I beg to differ with that. See, here's my thing, and y'all know I love to talk and I love to listen. If someone brings up a prenup, do not shut them down. Ask them, what would you like in your prenup? How would you, if this were to end, how would you think it would be best for me to be provided for? And how do you think it would best for us to depart each other? Hey, hey, Thessie Jewel, good to see you. Glad to have you here. Maybe culturally she expects him to provide. Maybe. There's a situation on TikTok about who just blindsided her husband. She has no accounts of her own. Part of this is on her, but see with that, yeah. And she had a prenup. She had a prenup that was one-sided. I gotta say, she had a prenup that was one-sided. And if y'all were the ladies watching Sex in the City, Y'all will know Missy didn't take the first iteration of that prenup that she had. Charlotte did not take the first iteration. She had adjustments. She had changes done that would help her. It's not uncommon for some women from different ethnicities and cultures to ask men about their salary. Exactly. I don't want to get married, but I'm 100% pro prenup. Yes. Yes. All these women online today expect a provider. Right. Oh, prenup is sus? Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Not for me. Yes, Charlotte negotiated. It ain't for me. And just Rhonda said she can't stand a man to keep score. He is keeping score. That he is. He got the 80-20 down. He probably a mathematician like Donna on Ready to Love. But anyway, I don't think a prenup is sus. Because you know what? I have assets to protect. I have future things coming to me that I need to protect too. So, sir, I have no problem. I had a girlfriend that she lost her mind on this man that said prenup. She lost and wanted to call off the engagement. I said, okay, what did you learn? What does he want to protect? He had multiple estates before he met you. What does he want to protect? How does he wish to protect it? You have learned nothing from him. Nothing. You should ask him for the first draft of the prenup and say, you have your own things as well. This is what I would like to see. He has adult children. You may get nothing or you may get something. We don't know. But the children, yes, that's their inheritance. And that's okay. How will he provide for you? There are some ways for him to provide for you. Is he open to it? I don't see anything wrong with prenups personally. It's okay if someone doesn't understand, want to get advice, but I don't think anyone should be against it. I'm not against it. Many East Asian countries discuss finance. It happens on the first dates. Oh, so I'll be clutching my pearls and I'll be insulted for no daggone reason. Oh, it made her not wanting to discuss the idea. Okay, thank you for clearing that up. Prenup is for both parties. I got stuff to protect. I got stuff to protect. I do. Hey, Toya C, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Good to see you here. I have no problem with a prenup. Yes, it is a bit forward, Moondust. It is very forward to me to talk about salaries on the first date. I don't want you in my pockets. But if we go in that way, you want a prenup, yes. Yes. But I'm not volunteering nothing. Well, why don't you draft something up and give it to me? Let me see what you're talking about. Oh, I got in my head what my answer going to be already. I should already have in my head what I need protected for me, but it's also for me to see, how do you view me? How do you wish to protect me in a prenup? How do you wish to protect yourself in a prenup? I need to see how your mind works with your finances. And my girlfriend was, when she flipped out, and she finally got herself together to ask him, well, give me a draft. Let me see what it's going to be like. She was surprised to see how much he was going to provide for her. It was more than she was thinking. Granted, all of the stuff that he made before he would marry her, his estates and stuff, he had his children. And if his children had first rights of refusal, y'all don't know who these people are, so I could tell their business. The children have the adult children have first rights of refusal. And if they don't wish to have that property, that could become hers. She's the next person. Okay. He has trust for his future grandchildren. Each of the kids it's 2 kids. Each of the kids had a trust for their future children. He also had a property outright as hers. I'm telling you, when she finally read it, she's like, oh, I flipped out over nothing. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He just said prenup and you just flipped a lid. You did not know anything. Come on. It's fair that his children, they're in their 30s. It's fair that his children should inherit. He just met you. He just met you. Now you know how he sees you, and now you know he was giving you more and thought of more of you than you thought. Stop flipping. We need to stop. We need to stop tick tick booming for things like that. Just like I'll give you all a little when I used to work in customer service, I used to always ask a client what would they like, what would they think would be, something that would help them, meaning what would make this better? Tell me what can we do to make this better for you? And the clients always come out saying way less than the corporation is willing to do. But instead, I know I'll ask the corporation, well, what can you do? Oh no, that's not enough. I know. That's just me. Okay. I've never asked a man how much they made. Oh, Rosho, you are wonderful. I've asked. And if we are serious, I've asked you to verify. I'm gonna need to see a W-2. People who have been financially usually understand that prenups can help both people. Yep. I think this is a misconception that all prenups are bad and damaging to the other party, which is not always true. Exactly. It's just a way of protection, and it also tells you how they think. I think in South Korea, they even ask for the family's assets on the first date. Daggone it. All the assets? Okay. And what if I don't tell you all the assets? Because I don't know all the assets. Okay. That's an interesting way of dating. That's why I need a matchmaker, because they'll match me with someone they already verified. I don't need to talk about assets. But y'all, he suspects his girlfriend's in it for the money. Sir, you're keeping score, as just Rhonda01 said. It's a 80-20. You say you make significantly more than her, but it's 80-20. Clearly, she is telling you she wishes to be a Stepford wife. She don't want a prenup. She don't want to pay for anything other than the expired vitamin C. Okay? Sir, she is telling you everything you need to know. And you coming on here saying, I suspect my girlfriend is in it for the money. Don't suspect. You know. She in it for the money. She may be in it for your friendship too. At least she brought the vitamin C, even if it's about to expire. Okay? She needs you, long enough to be able to sign a marriage certificate. But sir, please understand that she is telling you based on her actions, she don't want no prenup. She knows exactly what she's looking for. So listen to her and make your exit. Set her free so she could go and find the gentleman that she wishes to be with and be a wife to. I've seen women on Nigerian version of Pop the Balloon ask about income and savings of the oh, daggone it. Really? I won't be saying it that on camera. But I think he needs more information as to why her previous marriage is ending if she's got any financial gain from it. Well, that's my thing. If she's been divorced twice and you think she's in it for the money, no kids, she lives with her sister, she makes the median amount, then she clearly didn't get anything out of the previous marriages. So she probably like, why did I go through 2 marriages just to come out with nothing? The next man I'm going to date going to have something. And that's where you step in, sir. Here you come. On the shining horse saddled to whisk her away. Okay. See, a polite way to ask about somebody's salary without coming across as money hungry. What you don't have to ask sometimes. Okay. Hey, Delphine Azul, we're on number 3. Okay. He thinks the woman is after his money. You could see how they move, or you could ask. I'd ask, well, where's the last place you traveled? Oh, you traveled there? Oh, okay. Based on the time of year, or did you travel with a group? Okay. When is the last cruise you took? I usually travel is my litmus test to tell me how do you spend, do you travel? Okay. What is the last car you bought? Okay. Okay. Do you own your home or are you renting? There's different things. Are you in an apartment or do you own your own home? There are different things and different ways to ask about money and finding out. Because if you know somebody's The car they driving, you kind of know how much insurance they paying, what the car note might be, if they ain't bought it outright or if they leasing. That's the thing. And how you find out if somebody leasing? Why don't we take a road trip? Have you taken a road trip in that car? You'll see if they got the limited mileage or not. They are ways. There are ways. Hey, Baba lady, good to see you. Glad to have you here. I see you still have your pink hair. Okay. Or is it red this time? Very cool. I never would have thought that. I'll be sure to assess people this way in the future. There are ways to ask questions. Okay. There are ways to ask questions. Delphine is saying there are 20 folks watching and 14 likes. How did that happen? What happened there? Could you please make sure you hit the like button? But again, for the gentleman, she's telling you she about the money. If it ain't about the money, you can miss me with it. You can miss me with it. She is telling you, okay? Shout out T.I. She is telling you, if it ain't about that money, miss her with it. She want that. She don't want no prenup. This is her third marriage. She want that money. Okay? Oh, Rosha is telling us, I went out with this man. The first 3 days he showed up in a different car, flossing, big truck, Corvette, and a Chrysler 300. Was he flossing? Or did he do that little rental thing? Or did he borrow different cars from family? See, that was my thing. See, I get the plate on each car and I would run the tag. Rosha, you know, I'll run the tag. And I would definitely see if each of the registration is it the same month. Okay, Rochelle? Is it the same month? Does it expire all in December? Because that's his birthday? Because if it's different months, you know he done borrowed it from different people. If it's different months, then I used to work in rental car industry. I'll know if I could see the rental car label. I know the kind of hidden spots. That don't mean that they're his. That could be his roommate's cars. Is it his house? Did we check? Did we check the address? Did we check the address? Is it his house? Okay. Why wouldn't he date someone on his financial level if that's important to Thessie Jewel? I don't know why he ain't dating that person on his financial level. I think he's looking to be able to hoard his money over someone. That's just my thoughts. Oh, it's fading. It's rink red and pink. Okay. Good to know, Bible lady, that there's a color name for that. He could have gotten them at the auction. He could have, because I do buy cars on auction. The cars you see out front, they're on auction. I didn't research that man. I didn't want him like that. Rosho, you don't have to want him like that. Because the fact that he in different cars, 3 different cars, I need to know if these are legitimate purchases or not. I need to know. Because if we stop by the Popo, I need to know if I got to go. Okay? I need to know if I need to be like, Jennifer Lopez, and I need to be out the side door of the club and get my people to cover this whole story. Because I ain't with it. You see, I need to know. No fool. Oh no, I've been fooled. I've been fooled before. I have. But I'm always watching. Being realistic, most of us want to know about the money. Some people like you have a different way of approaching the subject. Yeah, I have a different way. I gotta get to the money. But I ain't gonna let you feel me opening up your pocket. Men don't care about a woman's finances until they do. They better. Or the registration in the glove box. Yes. Well, yeah. But you see the tag, if you got a tag or the one on the window, definitely you'll know by the birthday month. One of the dates, his mom called and he said, he had her on speaker. She said, "You better not hurt my baby." That man was 57. Yeah, that's when I would run. Not like they're luxury vehicles. Whether they're luxury vehicles or not, they cost, and the insurance for them costs, especially if they knew. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I tried to doll up for y'all today. Yes, her baby at 57. And don't hurt my baby. Like Sweet Tea said, access to the money. And I just need to know that you ain't destitute. That's all. I just need to know that you're not destitute. So y'all, we have one more unsolicited advice today, okay? While you hit that like button, let's get to the last one. This one is the spicy one, y'all. Okay. It says says this is a 27-year-old male and he's with a 29-year-old female. Okay. My partner and I have not been intimate in 2 months. How often is normal? Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to ask this to a wider range of people, so here goes. My partner and I have been together for 3 years now. We were friends for a few months before dating, and we get along great. Genuinely in love. She is funny, beautiful, kind, and supportive. She has a 7-year-old boy who I love like my own. When we started dating, she would stay over at my place every weekend, and when she did, we would have a whole lot of smecks several times a day over the course of the weekend, and it was amazing. Then, when we moved in together, it went down to maybe once a week because we were living with her son. There have been dips and highs over the relationship when we would have a lot of intimacy, and then sometimes we wouldn't for a week or two. We both work, study, and parent full time, so that isn't an issue for me at all. But recently, it's been terrible. We haven't had intimacy in 2 months, and it seems 2 months has been the usual gap between intimacy sessions. I've asked her about it. Before she said she doesn't know why, but she hasn't been in the mood recently. I told her that I want her to be open and comfortable with me so I would never put any pressure on her and I love her with or without the intimacy. I don't know if it's normal or not, though. How many couples have regular intimacy? This is my second serious relationship. Before this, I've only had hookups and casual flings, so I'm unsure how common this is when two people get comfortable. I don't think I've done anything wrong. I do 80% of the housework. I'm doting and loving, but without being a pushover. And when we do have intimacy, I know she enjoys it. Anyway, sorry if this is a ramble. I just wanted to know if this was common. I must say, thank you for being supportive. I'm glad I'm asking out in the open. I thank you all for your comments, as long as it is not just break up with her. Laughing my A off. Mm. You're in the bushes making whipped shea butter. Oh, but you're listening. Oh, Baba Lady, I have my whipped shea right here. Who has the energy for several times a day? Am I the only one who feels tired even thinking about it that much? No, Dust. No. I call flag on the play. 2 months is a bit much, even with a young child. If it bothers you, then it's not enough. Thank you, Dina. And just Rhonda is with me. How do you know she enjoys it, sir? She ain't coming back for seconds until 2 months later. Is she enjoying it or is she enduring it? I'm sorry. Was that a little too much? Is that a little too much? I was married at that age, says Miss Boogie Down, and we were intimate anywhere 2 to 4 times a week. So at that young age, something is going on. Did he give their ages? Yes, he did. I did say it. Good to see you, Greek son. He's a 27-year-old male and she's a 29-year-old female. And she has a 7-year-old son, and they've been together for 3 years. I hope that's the demographics that you were looking for. There's a reason she needs to be honest. Yes, she needs to be honest, the Duchess. Maybe living together is a little bit harder. Maybe he's the one with the problem multiple times a day. She's a mom. She's tired. Mm, okay. Is that it? She's a mom. She's tired. Okay. I can take that. But how do we go from several times a day to like twice? What? Once a quarter? Maybe twice a quarter? Yeah, this ain't working out too well for me. I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. Once every 2 months. Mm. There's something else going on here that I think he's not putting his finger on, literally and figuratively. Is she enjoy? You see, my thing is when he put that in there, I'm sure she's enjoying it. That sounds like ego. That sounds like ego. I have friends with children who said that they don't have enough time for that much intimacy because they're busy running their families. They don't know how to manage things and their hormones aren't raging anymore. How about that? Because if your hormones are raging, you want some. I'm 57 and we're intimate 4 to 6 times a week, so I don't understand. Thank you, the Duchess. It could be a hormonal balance. It could be. Bible lady said she was premenopausal at 27. I was at 33. So I understand. She's not into him, I agree. The sex is not what it used to be, but there needs to be more honesty for them both. There does need to be honesty. Okay? Does need to be honesty, but it could be that hormonal imbalance. Or as Talia C says, everybody's different. Everybody's different. And sir, you can't have it multiple times a day. Here's the other thing. Your situation is different. Seeing each other only on the weekends, oh yeah, you want to get it in. You want to have fun. It's just a weekend. See you on the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. Yeah, or just you got to because you're not seeing each other for the rest of the week. So you gotta add deposits. But now y'all are living together, going through not just seeing each other when you have no other responsibilities. Now you got to live together and do a whole bunch of stuff together. Now life creeps in and you have to balance life with that intimate time and time with the son. Everything you're juggling. Y'all got to find the time and you got to talk. She got to talk to you too. Cause that whole, I'm sure she's enjoying it. If I was enjoying it, I'd be back for more. I'm just saying. Didn't that bring your attraction for your partner down? Did what bring my attraction for my partner down? Perimenopause? Let me know, Moondust girly. What are you asking? Men like to chase and hunt. Once they're playing grown stuff, the thrill is gone. Well, he's saying the thrill is gone for her. It ain't gone for him. He's saying it going for her because he want to chase, but she don't want to be caught. he willing to chase, but he wants to talk. Oh, early perimenopause. It doesn't bring my attraction for my partner. You know, she said, "Gone, it's gone." That's the truth. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Early perimenopause attraction, no. Hormone to want to have no matter who the person is, yes. Your libido does different things. Mine was, it was fluctuated, and I felt like I was pregnant all over again. And for the ladies who were pregnant and your hormones raging, and you just wanted to go like rabbits, that's how. And then I would have a period of, I don't want you touching me. I don't even, why do I even smell your scent around me? I had that. But it wasn't that it was particular to my partners that I don't want to be bothered. Being in a similar situation, being single with a child and boyfriend, I was completely turned off by seeing him casually. Okay. Now we don't know if your age or perimenopausal, but again, is it really him or is it the fact that you are now all cohabitating and now you have to juggle everything and you have to be together for the ups, the downs, and it isn't just seeing each other on the weekend when it's just you time, when it's just time for us to be together time. That's where I'm kind of, Bible lady is sharing. She says, it did not decrease my attention to my partner. I experienced highs and lows with my libido, mood swings, night sweats, etc. Girl, yes. Yes. Oh. And it's enjoyable, of course, when you're on a wee high. But when you got that mood swing and it's low, and that's when I get snappy. And that's when I say unkind things. I get overly hormonal now. Yes. Yes. And sometimes I can be a barracuda and sometimes I'm like, oh, can I just be roadkill and just play dead? I mean, but again, you have to speak up and it's like, you know what? This is not this is not it. This is not how I'm feeling. I'm not at all. And same thing with him. He's got to express, hey, I'm really feeling you. Can we? and you have to navigate that with each other. At first, it was fun, but after I wanted more, seeing him on the weekends or just for smacks wasn't appealing to me. Are they living together? Says seeing each other on the weekend. Now they're living together. They've been together for 3 years, he says. And that's where it kind of dimmed when they. No, not starfish. Oh no, never starfish. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But I'd be like, ugh, whatever. If she wanted it, she'd make arrangements and time. I worked around 8 children when mine were home. Duchess, you never cease to amaze. The Duchess says she made sure her intimate time was not impacted with 8 children. There's a way to work around it. Hey, hats off to the Duchess. 8 children? I'm trying to manage just the 2. You managed 8. Hey, some people are just more talented than others. I knew I couldn't handle more than 2 children. 2 children. The Duchess had 8. Whether it was mine and ours, it didn't matter. 8? I guess if you're living with somebody, it's not as spontaneous, and maybe she might not find it attractive anymore. You can make it spontaneous and attractive even if you live with someone. Moon Dust Angel, come on, girlie. Even when you're living with someone, you can make it spontaneous. Especially if one working from home and one not, you could come home sick one day. And what? There's all kinds of ways. Exactly, El Cid. There are times when I couldn't get enough. Then there were times when I wanted to hide in the closet and take my cookie off. Girl, I didn't want to hide in the closet, but it was like, here, could I just hand it to you for you to have some fun and leave me alone? Bible lady, you understand. Like, could you go somewhere and have some fun and I not be a part of it? They are for sure not communicating their needs. They're not. They're not. And she's not communicating that he is not her flavor at all. Oh, I know that, but she might not. Perhaps rip a page out of All's Fair and be creative. Now, if y'all have seen All's Fair, the last 2 episodes that just happened, you'd understand what Sam talking about. Maybe you play nurse and he play firefighter because the flames are raging. Okay. Bible said, here, you do it, girl. Yes. Can I just give you the ball and you go, can I just give you, can you go play over there with it? Can I just hand it to you? And yeah, whatever. Bible lady, I'm just glad that we have all found each other. We could have these topics of conversation and we could freely express how we feel. Because, hey, ladies, many of us feel this way differently, but we got to tell the man. That's the difference. You got to tell him. He's here telling us. He's here saying he's talking to her. He said, please tell me if anything's wrong. Not only that, y'all, he's doing 80% of the housework. Okay? But he's saying he's doting, loving without being a pushover. He's doing 80% of the housework. And he ain't even getting 10% of the bouteille. So is that clear delineation? Sir, I think you don't have a fair assessment. I don't think you've read what you wrote. Okay? Because it ain't sounding like, one, she ain't talking, you willing to talk, but it's sounding like there's an imbalance in just more than the bedroom. More than the bedroom. And what is 80% of the housework, sir? You didn't say nothing about bills, but you're doing 80% of the housework. You also are the one feeling slighted, but you also think that she's enjoying things. And you don't think you're a pushover. She ain't talking to you. You ain't talking to her. But you said before this, okay, this is your second serious relationship. And before this, you've only had hookups and casual flings. Okay. No offense, but why do men do housework always look for something in it? Women do housework and rarely get any praise. We don't okay, Moon Dust Angel. We may do the housework and we are looking for praise, but what we're looking for you to do is pay the bills. So I can't say that we doing it without looking for something in return. I can't go there. If we doing the housework and stuff, we are a housewife. We're expecting you to not only pay the bills, but give us an allowance. Yes, if we are not the housewife, yes, but we have to talk and make sure, hey, you do the laundry, I fold. You do this, I'm gonna do this. I'll do the dishes, you cook. We have to have a delineation of what we feel is fair. He said it's 80%. He don't feel it's fair. That's why he bringing it up to us. Okay, to the internet. Maybe she has cat depression. Maybe Greek son. Maybe she does have a cat depression. And mm. They got all kinds of stuff. They have scripper poles that come down as easily as they go up. Now, Duchess, I had to say it like that because I wasn't thinking of just a scripper pole. Okay. Um, if he's doing all that, she should be about her business in the boudoir. She got a house-made mail version. Payment is due every 2 months. I'm sorry. Bible Lady says she's giving you a transparency moment. During my perimenopause, I was also battling my sexuality. I was with my kid's father, but was longing to live my truth. It was a major battle. Oh, Bible Lady, that was a major battle. That was a major battle. To also be dealing hormonally and that, mm, yeah, yeah. But you know what? We are happy that you are living your truth now. Okay? Come so far. Ms. Boogie Down said, Elsa, good point. Who is the breadwinner? If it is her, she may have lost respect, which equals to no cookies. Mm. That could be it. He doing 80% of the housework because he only got what? 20% of the finances. Maybe that's his 100%. Maybe that's your 100%. And if you doing 80% of the housework, not every lady likes to see her man in an apron. Okay? Not every lady likes to see her man in the apron. Now, sir, here's the thing. Have you ever seen the movie called Baby Boy? Okay? Maybe when the kid is at school, he's 7, he has school, he's in elementary school, the bus comes to pick him up at 6:30 in the morning, okay? 6:30 in the morning. If you ain't got to go to work till 9 or one of the days you call out, you go and you make breakfast baby boy style, okay? His stepdaddy was making breakfast at dressed as the day he was born, okay? Okay. And I'm not telling you to go get yourself injured. Don't be making no bacon or whatever on the stove and get splashed. Okay? But definitely, I'm sure she would appreciate you making breakfast and she come downstairs and see everything hanging and slanging. Bible Lady said, I'm on the other side and I'm living my best life. Yes. Yes, Bible Lady. All the rainbows of the world. There you go. There you go. Now, if she's a breadwinner winner, I get it. Duchess says she gets if the libido has reduced because she's the breadwinner and he is not. I get it. That would decrease, you know. Now she's, here, y'all ever hear this old saying? The old saying the old people used to say is a difference between seeing me in the street and coming home and living with me. I think she started living with him and be like, yeah, this ain't for me. I think she had the transition of living with him and this ain't for me. This ain't for me. She actually probably is like seeing him on the weekends, having fun, real cool, but now living with you, seeing how you grocery shop, seeing how you do the laundry, seeing how you sweep the floor in the kitchen, seeing how you wipe down or don't wipe down the kitchen counter, seeing how you do things. And here's my thing. I wonder if she came into the house and make changes. That's why he doing 80% of housework because, sir, before you were doing 100%. Hello? Hello? Hello from the other side. You were doing 100% of the housework, before she moved in. Now you're just doing 80%. So I'm gonna need you to reevaluate exactly what you are saying. You were doing 100% of housework unless you had a maid. I'm just saying. Or were you only doing the housework on the weekend she was coming over? Okay. When there's stage of therapy and being honest and true to myself and stop giving a flop about what and how others viewed me. I put myself first. There you go, Bible Lady. That's why Bible Lady and I are kindred spirits. We don't care how people view us. That's okay. Because that's more a you problem than mine. Okay? I've been I did a recap about a certain show and the person, one of the castmates said I was ignorant. Okay. Okay. I know what I saw. Okay. That's okay. But yes, definitely put yourself first. And I love that we all openly do that and discuss anything in this wonderful community. And tomorrow, members, we do have a bachelor. I am excited for us and this bachelor. Y'all know I'm excited. Y'all know every week I get excited about a bachelor, but I am excited about this bachelor tomorrow. Because I think some of y'all might date him. We already had one, and now I know y'all taste. We had one bachelor. Y'all keep in mind this is like 18 episodes and only one bachelor that the members really like. Okay, so but don't mind that. 1 out of 18 ain't bad, ain't it? So maybe this will be 2 out of 18. Maybe this will be 2 out of 18 that y'all would like. Okay? But there's a bachelor tomorrow. There's a bachelorette. They did give us a bachelor on there. Okay. You'll be looking. Oh, Sam will be working. This is the end of the year. Sam will be working a lot. So yes, you'll be from the bushes, but we have a bachelor, bachelorette. I have to get the signs together. We will have a good time tomorrow. And y'all, I have the whole week, every day this week, we will have a live. We're going to have 2 lives on Friday and 2 lives on Saturday. So look out for that. True story, says Miss Boogie Down. After I divorced 2 years later, I met with an old crush. We dated for 3 years, and 2 of them were too long. It wasn't what I imagined. Wow. Wow, Miss Boogie Down. This is why I don't spin the block. But you said it was an old crush. Okay, it was an old crush. That's like, our time has passed. Our time has passed. Our time has passed. But I understand giving somebody a chance is probably a different, time in their life. But Miss Boogie Down, I'm surprised you stayed that long. Because the young ladies I know from the good old Boogie Down, they would side-eye you and run quick. They wouldn't be there for two years. Or 3 years. They would not be there with him for 3 years. But I understand. You wanted to give it a chance. This was your time. The time y'all had together. But hey, I'd be like, there's a reason why we never connected back then. And let's keep it back then. But hey, at least you gave it another chance. You ain't thinking about it. You ain't wondering what could have been. Hey, at least you had that chance, but you stayed there long. But then people get comfortable. Like this young lady in this last one, I think she got comfortable, or she's realizing this ain't it for me. But y'all, please put your unsolicited advice down in the comments below. As I said, tomorrow is a member live. Tuesday is our recap of Ready to Love. We got to rewatch it. I got to rewatch it, make my notes, make my clips. Wednesday, no lives. Thursday is going to be a pop the balloon for a real one. This time it is what? White Kangs for Black Queens. Okay? Okay? And these men are about their Black Queens. And we love to see it. Fridays will be our unsolicited, Fridays will be our unscripted and our live watch of Ready to Love. And then Saturday at noon, I'm going to watch the reunion for Love is Blind Italy live with you at noon. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll do our recap of the weddings and everything. Okay? Weddings and everything. So we have a full packed week except for Wednesday night. Yes, I'm ready tomorrow. I said I'm going to wake up at like 3 in the morning. I do have to go to work. I'll be up at 3 and I'll be watching it. but I'll be leaving for work at 5:30 in the morning, y'all. So I will put out some spoiler alerts as to who got married and who didn't. So if you see me, if you see my stuff out there, spoiler alert. Okay? A spoiler alert. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been Unsolicited Advice. This is episode 49. We will have our 50th before the end of the year, and it will be a special 50th episode. I'll make sure every single story is spicy. Every single story is spicy for the last one. Okay? Yes, see you tomorrow, Cheryl. Thank you all so much for being here. And as I always say, I'll see you on the next one.